This video right here, y'all, is pretty disturbing. And you can already tell by the body language of this young melanated kid that he's uncomfortable. I've seen a whole bunch of videos of teachers coming out this year and saying that these students don't want to learn, they're very disrespectful. Well, how do you expect them to act when you have a white tea man teaching a whole bunch of melanated kid this rhetoric that women are unneeded and they don't need to be educated in this world? Why? Because he's telling them that this is a man's world. Now, like I said, this video is disturbing, y'all, and I need your comments on this. Let me know what you guys think about this video. This is crazy.
He helped promote the education of women. Don't you think that was the worst thing ever to happen when we started educating women? What you guys think? Was it good or bad to educate women? Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Someone still sucked tonight.
Was it good or bad to educate women?
Bad.
Why?
Because we don't need this. I don't know.
Because this is a man's world.
Yeah.
And women are not supposed to know no more than we let them know.
Yeah.
Don't you feel the same way, Harlow?
I don't.
You don't?
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
Are you crazy? What y'all doing? What's happening?
Man, he said, don't you
Why do you think women should be educated?
Why should
Because it's a man's world.
Nah,
You hear the children repeating what he's saying?
No.
If you let women know too much, they'll boss you around.
This is about control. I don't want my wife to know nothing. I don't want what I tell her.
You cheating on her? You cheating on her? You cheating on her?
No, I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to know just very little. So I can control a paycheck, tell when to eat, sleep.
What the heck is right, y'all? What is this man teaching our children?
That's one way to control. I'm just saying. Well, of course, now that's personal. But as a teacher, I have to tell y'all that women are entitled to the same education, quality education.
This is pretty outrageous because the fact of the matter is you're having another group of people teaching our children wrong about women, failing to realize in order for him to be of this world, he had to come from a woman. So now I feel like you're trying to coerce our boys into staying away from women. And again, this is in Atlanta. You already know what Atlanta's about. No disrespect, but the fact of the matter is you're teaching our boys wrongly about the women or the God that they really come from. When I tell you this so-called America empire needs to fall down fast so we can rebuild a whole brand new system without these people, it needs to happen ASAP, y'all. But this is beyond disgusting. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. I've been telling y'all the shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
They really sat the blood and crip element right next to each other and spelled out the word gauge. Diabolical. Gauge means to bind someone to a pledge. It's also an alternative spelling for gauge, the measurement of a gun barrel, or a measuring instrument. Are you gauging the situation? The words gauge and cage are related in Middle English. That would make you a prisoner of a pledge. But who are you pledging to? 31 plus 32 equals 63. European. A British knight. But here's where it gets interesting. The element with the atomic mass of 63 is copper. Cu. I see you. His cocoa isn't copper toned? Ah, I see. It's you versus you. Clever. Let's talk about some unification. In alchemy, the blue upside-down triangle is water and feminine energy. The red triangle represents fire and masculine energy. Blue, red, crip, blood, shark boy, lava girl. On top of each other, they form a six-pointed star, or Merkaba, the light body vehicle. Let's play with the numbers some more. 32 minus 31, 1. Gallium, 69.723. Germanium, 72.630. Add it up and we get 142.353. An isotope for neodymium. Neo, the one. An average atomic mass for neodymium is 144. The 144,000 chosen ones. And peep how the picture for neodymium is purple. Red and blue together, purple. The six-pointed star emoji is purple. The movie Color Purple did end in front of a tree. Cancer rules the family tree. I'm just saying. It's giving purple rain. Speaking of rain, let's gauge another measurement. Blue 42. I said this phrase was random, but there's actually nothing random about this phrase at all. Blue 42 is a thing because when light refracts into a water droplet, the red wavelength bends at a 42-degree angle, creating a rainbow. Most of you are familiar with the pride flag, and you should have pride in who you are. But there's actually another rainbow flag called the pace flag. Like pacing yourself in a marathon? Okay. The pace flag is the flag for peace. P.O.P., Prince of Peace. P.O.P., hold it down. She wasn't standing in front of the handicapped cripple sign. Crips wear the blue flag in tribute of a Crip named Buddha. That isn't related to the True Religion logo? The pace flag has 7 stripes that perfectly match your 7 chakras. And Rainbow Bridge Meditation transforms your water from this to this. High quality H2O. Be water, my friend. Like and share this video, and I'll really break down what the fuck is going on. You've got bigger fish to fry than each other.
Y'all, these people are so scared right now. Let's talk spiritual. I've said this before. I am highly ranked in the spiritual world because of how closely I walk with God. These people, they are suffering bad fates because the evil things they were doing, they were summoning evil spirits. The way that spiritual world works is that if you are offering up someone for a sacrifice and that person doesn't get sacrificed, you get sacrificed. So now Daryl, my mom, Marcus, Javon, anybody involved in this thing, because I didn't get sacrificed, all of the demons know, don't mess with me. I have God's favor. I am here working for God, literally. They know this. So the demons, they hungry all the time. The greedy demons, the lustful demons, the gluttonous demons. Now that these people summoned them up to go against me and it didn't work, I didn't fall, these people have to be the sacrifice. Y'all, I know what's going on in their life right now. They cannot get out of this. They had so many chances to get out of this, y'all. I told them. Their intuition told them. God told them. They act like it didn't exist. That's what I'm telling y'all. Just because y'all can't see the spiritual realm does not mean it doesn't exist. If y'all can let people use words to create illusions for y'all, how is it that you don't believe in the spirits? Everything has to be done with temperance, like drugs and alcohol. Yes, alcohol releases spirits. Why do you think you black out? Why do you think you do things that you shouldn't have done? It's the spirits coming out. With drugs, you got to do it in moderation. It's for a good time, not a long time. I understand this. I feel sorry for these people because I knew what was going to happen from the point where I told them to stop what they were doing and to leave me alone and not to do this. I knew the outcome because I had been studying spiritual law. These people, they were doing magic and spells and going to practitioners. They just wanted to win at all costs. And they just kept getting the message. God was like, not this one, not my anointed. He's been too good. Go to somebody else with that bullshit. This is what happens when you ignore yourself, when you ignore God, when you listen to people that don't have your best interest at heart. Because Daryl listened to my mom. She was telling him all of this stuff that he saw that wasn't true. He couldn't reconcile it. He was so committed because he signed up for a job to take me out. It didn't matter how nice I was or caring or loving I was to him. All he saw was a mark so that he could take their place. This was his demonic spiritual come up. But it didn't work because he didn't take me out. So he's mad now, y'all. He's furious. And the fact that everybody knows that he's the liar now, when a narcissist gets exposed, that is like the end of the world for them. I told him all of this. Y'all, I endured 2 years of abuse for this moment. I knew it was going to come back around on these people. They thought they were high-fiving. They thought that they tore me up, y'all. They thought I was finished. They thought I was going to be homeless, getting no money. They thought I was going to be ugly. They thought I was going to be fat. They did all type of word spells on me, y'all. They messed up my mental a little bit, but I always know when my thoughts are not my thoughts. I was like, wait a minute, no, I don't think like that. Narcissistic people, especially with sex, y'all, that is an exchange where they are exchanging your energy for theirs. And that's why after you have sex with them and they leave and they go and have a great time, they just live it up, and you be in your head and you be start acting crazy to other people because they took your good energy and they left you with their bad energy. Be careful who you sleep with, y'all. I've been knew a long time ago, don't sleep with him, because I could tell that there was something wrong. He has to bully people to sleep with him. They don't even realize it. It's all an illusion, y'all. Like, once I realized what the illusion was and that this was a demon, I said, oh, hell no. And at first, I didn't want to believe it, y'all. That's how I know I'm a demon slayer. All these people were demons, y'all. And I took them all out just by taking my power back. Y'all, when I say he's a demon, I literally saw the demon emerge from his face twice. And I seen his eyes turn black 3 times, where he was like frustrated. He tried to come at me and the eyes just went black. I thought I was bugging at first, but once I saw it a couple of times, I was like, oh no, that's no hallucination. God wants me to see what a real demon looks like underneath this bodysuit. It scared the hell out of me. I'm a historian. I'm a researcher. I'm an investigator. I started meeting people that behaved like him, and I would upset them to pull the demon out their face. It's a Jezebel spirit. In him, it looked like a kid, but it makes sense because as a kid, that's where his growth stunted. And then this other guy that was trying to bully me, and I stood up to him and told him about himself. The demon came out and it looked like Jezebel. It looked like a woman's face. And I was just like, oh, shoot. And I told Javon, I was like, there's nobody else I can tell about this. I don't care if you believe me or not, but I seen demons come out of people. I know God is real. I know the devil's real. I know demons are real. I know the spirit world is real. I walk in the knowing. That's why this is so beautiful to share with y'all, because I know how it's going to play out. Y'all going to see an act of God that y'all will never have seen before in your lifetime. It's going to happen with me and these people. But I'm not the only one that's going through these narcissistic collapses with with people. This is happening globally, y'all. This isn't an isolated incident. If you go on TikTok, there are many people talking about how they went no contact with their family and friends and exes and whoever else that was in this narcissistic devil energy. It's a spiritual war, and the side of good is not playing. God done sent his powerful spiritual warrior to fight all these people. And now that I understand the characteristics and the behaviors that they all do, as soon as I see one, it's on. That's why I know that I'm going to be successful. My mom is a huge witch. Daryl is a warlock. Marcus, warlock. Javon, warlock. Y'all mess with the wrong one. Now, you're going to find out. I love y'all. Stand up for yourself, and I'll see you soon.
Chosen ones, I don't think they really understand what really comes with this. I don't think they really understand what comes with you being chosen, with you being chosen by God. I don't think they understand. I think they think you be bragging. I really, really think again, like you think you better than somebody or something. That's what I'm getting. They really feel like you speaking to the people is you bragging. It's simply because it's not for them. It's not for them to understand. So they gonna always question. They gonna always think that because it's not for them. You're not speaking to them. You're speaking to the ones that's just like you, the other chosen, that was chosen by the Most High to speak for people like you. You only talking to them that who is gonna resonate with. It's not gonna resonate with them. It never will, because it's not for them. They ain't been through what you've been through. They ain't seen nothing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't seen what you seen. They ain't went through trials and triumph. They ain't go through the gutter like you did. They ain't had to get it out the mud and struggle so hard. They ain't had to go, they ain't seen nothing. So they can't feel it. They can't feel it how you feel it. They can't feel it deep in here like how you feel it, chosen one. They're gonna always think when you talking about the Most High, when you getting these downloads from the Most High, when you just out here just completing your mission, they're gonna think that you doing something wrong. They're gonna look at you like, here she go again. She talking about this, she talking about that, she thinks she this, she thinks she that. No, chosen ones. The Most High know that I'm that. That's why I'm here speaking about this. You will never understand. What's understood ain't got to be said. But those who understand, they just do. Those that get it, they just get it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be chosen, but not everybody want to go through the stuff that the chosen ones got to go through. Oh, trust me, they don't want to see what we've been through, chosen. They don't want to know for real, because if they went through anything similar to what we've been through, they wouldn't have made it. They wouldn't have made it. They would have been out here crying. They would have croaked. They would have been gave up a long time ago. They would have jumped off the bridge. They would have snapped. They wouldn't have lasted, chosen ones. They wouldn't have lasted. They didn't have to go through nothing for real. They probably went through something, because everybody goes through things, but they might didn't go through it how you went through it, chosen ones. You went through hell, so you earned your bragging rights, chosen one. You earned that. God put you through them situations. God made you cry. God made you suffer down to the lowest back then. He made you do that so you can be exactly who you are and where you are today. Because if you didn't go through that stuff, chosen ones, you would be weak. You wouldn't understand your purpose like you understand it now. Because you would just be out here like the other NPCs, just living it up, just getting everything that you want. You wouldn't have to struggle. You wouldn't have to do nothing. You would have had everything that you want and just be la 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 in la la world. If you didn't go through what you went through, chosen ones. You are grateful for the things that you've been through, because it made you a beast.
Fuck a job, fuck work, fuck capitalism, fuck Donald Trump, fuck ICE, fuck Benjamin Netanyahu, and fuck all you bootlickers who don't see what the fuck is happening. I'm gonna keep preaching, I'm gonna keep talking, I'm gonna keep making the same points until y'all realize that society is so fucked and that capitalism is reaching its late stages, and that's why the wealth disparity is getting greater and greater. The rich are getting richer and richer, and the poor are getting even more poor. They're stripping the middle class away. Listen to this. The average CEO in America makes 300 times what its working employee makes. That means you would have to work for 300 years to make what your CEO makes in 1 year. 300 years, you don't even live for a third of that. We are supposed to work and work and work, and we're promised to be able to buy a house and be able to afford a car and be able to afford a family, and we can't do any of that right now. The Gen Z is coming into adulthood when we cannot afford any of that by a working job. Do you know that at a minimum wage job, you have to work 119 hours a week to be able to live in a comfortable 2-bedroom apartment in any state? That is literally not even possible. That's not even possible. And I get that that's a minimum wage job, but you know what you'd have to make at a 40-hour work week in order to live comfortably in a 2-bedroom apartment? $33 an hour. How many of you make $33 an hour? Go look at how many jobs are hiring at $33 an hour. It's fucking zero, dog. It's zero. And until we revolt against this fucking imperialistic, capitalistic society, we're going to keep getting fucked. And the wealth disparity is going to get greater and greater until all these fucking billionaires launch their ass into space when our planet's done, because they already stripped all the resources from it.
They say there's no such thing as a free meal. Well, tell that to the woman who believes she should be fed just because she chill or she's chill. Don't forget to have her drink chill. God forbid you tell her chill, stop it. She doesn't see herself as a predator because she's only raping your pockets. Now you out of pocket, I out of socket, staring at the bill. You came to bill, but she's only there for a free meal. So now you turned into Uber Eats, and she's upset if you ask for the cheeks. Well, I don't do that on the first date. You should have thought about that before you ordered your first steak. And me paying this bill don't guarantee me first base, but it's over $300, so I'm going to have to see home plate. In other words, I need to slide in safe. And lady, I see your face. I know what you're thinking. What a pig. A pig is a glutton. You frown up your face because you heard me say something about fucking, but every time I turn around, you asking me to buy you something. Well, I got my own money. That's funny because you ain't spending. The least you could do is offer me a happy ending. Why you gotta be nasty? Because I asked you to pay the bill, you'll take a shot at my manhood and call me sassy. 50-50's a joke. Let a man say, let's go Dutch on the first date. You'll try to clown him and call him broke. I'm going to let that soak. But if you depending on him to pay the bill, then who's really broke? Respectfully, because I have manners like she has standards. But hers is double. And the minute a man speaks his mind, we's in trouble. And she doesn't look at what she's doing as usury, even though her and her friends are making fun of using me usually. They fuck the guy who didn't buy them dinner. He becomes the winner. They become the loser. That's typically what happens to users. Use the good, fuck the bad. It's sad, but a harsh reality. Nowadays, women are dating for salary. I mean celery, carrots, silly rabbits with bad habits. But I got bad news. If you're going on a date solely for a free meal, that makes you a whore for food. And there's no such thing as a free meal. Everything costs. Sometimes you pay with a loss. But this meal is on the house. Tell me how it tastes. This food for thought.
This is how you call on the wind. Right here in our little area, right here. You ask and you shall receive. Now watch, I don't take my hand off. Everything is back home. Peace and love.
They tell you who you are right in front of your damn face. They tell you what you can do right in front of your damn face. And what you do when you looking at it. Eat your popcorn. You drink your Pepsi or your Coca-Cola. And it's just all entertainment for you. It's just all entertainment. It ain't even a big sense of anything, knowing that. I don't know why that shit cut me off, though. That shit been cutting me off all day. But it's not a bit split sense of whatever I was saying of you knowing that it's you. That Neo, that Trinity is you and her. You and him. Her and you. that X-Man, that group, that tribe, that's you, that's them. That goddamn living in the dome, that's us. That so much symbolism, so many movies, so many shows. They keep on saying, we telling them. But majority ain't hearing. You know what I'm saying? But the motherfucker said, you can't say I ain't tell them. That's how they think they getting away with this shit, because they think they beating that common law. One of them universal laws. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We telling them. Chosen one saying, we hearing you. We seeing you. You can't goddamn come up my eye. You know what I'm saying? You can't blind me. You can't put me to sleep. Now they shit getting off rhythm. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who are still asleep are just ha. It's all fun and games for them. Gotta wake up, gotta tap in, goddamn it. You can goddamn still live on both sides, the physical and the spiritual. We here in the physical and the spiritual. So why not live it both ways in the physical and spiritual? You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be just no fucking one way. It's the yin and it's the fucking yang. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as no fucking good and no motherfucking bad. It's really good or meaning basically saying good ain't good and bad ain't bad. But here you gotta be good and you gotta be bad. But the shit that you believe is because that's the program that you was under and learning in whatever grade, whatever level you completed, whatever level you came up in school, and their indoctrination levels. Like we put these public schools and colleges and all that shit. That shit should have been named Putting Your Ass to Sleep. Rockabye Baby. That was they were slowly